Well, you mentioned the source, so I got to share a quick story.
All right.
That you probably remember, but I got when I was writing for the source, I used to write for Rap Pages, Source, and a bunch of other.
And very well, actually.
Thank you. That's very kind. I have those archives sitting in my garage, and once in a while I like threaten myself that I'm going to go. I'm too scared to look at.
To look at your writing.
Yeah, because I think it was actually terrible.
But
I was
just flattering you.
I thought it was terrible then.
Yeah.
I've always hated everything I've ever written.
Great.
So I got an assignment to go interview Warren G. And
and they
gave me the ability to hire a photographer.
Yeah.
And so I brought you.
Yeah.
And we went to.
What happened to those photos?
Well, so I guess they got published. I mean, we went to the.
Wow.
We went to the studio on a Saturday morning.
Right.
To interview Warren, who at the time was ready to be the next Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
And he was drinking, and he was very vocal about his displeasure with Dre and Suge, and his beef with whoever. He had like beef with like 6 different people, and he kind of unloaded on all of that. And so I wrote the story, and you sent in the photos to the source, and then so at the time, like the label or the magazine, they would send out advance copies to all the labels,
right?
Like 3 days before it hit the streets, and so they called me. Reggie from the source called me and said, "I need the tapes of your interview," which they'd never asked for, but I sent those off, and he was like, Suge called and said he's going to burn our offices down. Warren called, crying, said Suge's going to kill me if this article comes out. Leor from Def Jam called and is threatening us and whatever. So he's like, I just need to know that what you say he said is what he actually said. And it became this huge thing. And they called me and said, you may not want to go out for a little while.
Right.
Kind of lay low.
Right.
And whatever. And obviously he said all that stuff. And I remember you and I kind of walking out of there going like, wow, that was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Where I thought you were gonna mention?
No, did I? Is it more embarrassing to me?
No, it's
tell one of those.
I remember during the course, as he's talking, this was the first recorded. I will put this on my mother's grave. This was the first recorded instance in public dispersion of the term janky.
Oh, shit. I think you're right.
Because when he said something, he said janky, and we kind of internally both were like, what the fuck is that word mean? And laughing and just thinking it was the funniest word in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot all about that. But I think you're right. I mean,
yeah. So we kind of like Columbus janky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Now I got to go back and look at. Now I have to go look at the article, see if that made it in.